This thing right here has been kicking my ass. It is getting so close to done, but there are so many little things to do that I am just struggling to find the time or motivation to get through it. But it's also massively in the way because it takes up most of the best bay of the shed. And right now I can't move it. Well, not easily. So we're going to buckle down and just get it done. Even if it's just getting it to the point that it can run and drive again. Oh, come on. And what that means for today is getting this lower cowl panel hooked up, welded in, and sealed. If we get nothing else done today, that's a win. And here's a 30-second recap of what's happened so far.
We discovered that this is bad. Starts from here to there.
Let the archaeology commence. Nice. Great.
We've gotten our bracing off, and this is what we've got going on under there. All the bracing off this side now, arguably worse than the other side.
So we decided just to cut it off and see how bad it is.
That's going to have to come out. All this is kind of degrading.
And not to be one to get carried away, I decided to just take the whole thing apart. Completely. Which brings us to now, where I have a whole cowl to rebuild and remake. Yay. And as much fun as it would be for you to listen to me talk over this whole thing, I think we are just going to cut to the fabrication montage. Yes, I could finish it off better and do more, but it doesn't need it. All right, let's get this thing welded back in. Carry on with the process. Now I've got this locating bolt here that keeps me in line. If you have a look at all of our old spot weld holes, everything still lines up. So long as these corners remain where we need them, we should be good, I think. Yes. And just like that, we are committed. Now, those of you who've done this before know exactly how tedious this job is. Just welding, checking, welding, grinding, checking, welding, and welding, and then some grinding, and then some more grinding. It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. Also, belt file, highly underrated. If you do this a lot, go get one. It will make your life way easier. Quick hit with some rust converter and some heavy zinc on the weld joints, and we're good to go. Okay, so we've ground all our spot welds flush. We've got it all cleaned up and ground down. I've given it a quick hit with some edge primer just on the spots that needed it, and a little bit more than it probably needed, to be fair. Now we're going to let that dry, and then we'll go through and we'll overcoat that with more of our anchor shield just to make sure that it's like sealed. But while we're waiting for it to dry, we're going to go through and we're going to seal it all with this Bostik Flex Seal. It's for automotive, smash repairs and marine applications, so it should do the job. Right, now I don't claim to be any good at this, but given what I saw in here, I don't think it's going to matter. The two things I know is that this stuff sticks to everything like you wouldn't believe. And if you're ever unsure, use more. Well, that's not ideal. Guess we might just be going for that way. This doesn't want to play that game. Now this looks messy and terrible, and it is. But function's going to trump looks in this case, and I needed to make sure that it was in there. Not the prettiest sealing job, but it pretty much mimics the factory. We'll take it. It won't leak, I'm fairly confident of that. We also just gave these a quick smear, just to make sure, because they always leak, just about guaranteed. And I'm going to try and run a really nice little tidy bead around the outside here if we can. Sealant is all in. It's not pretty, but it'll work. Now let's wait for all this to dry off, and then we'll do the anchor shield over pretty much everything. I think is going to be the plan. Next up, we've just got to paint it, and then we can start refitting our upper cowl, and then we can start putting everything back on, which is the bit that I have been waiting for, because my God, this has been an effort. So I have discovered that I have no paintbrushes. I can't be bothered setting up the spray gun, so we're going to try rolling it and see how that goes. Can only be good, right? I feel like I'm doing some kind of weird alternate art project. This stuff goes really far. Now, one of the advantages I found with doing it this way is that because it wants to try and run in the direction that the water would generally travel, it's going to have a really good sealing coat all the way around. All right, that's what we've ended up with. I decided to do the dash while we were going. That may be something I regret later, but for now, I'm reasonably happy with that, actually. I think that it will last a hell of a lot longer than the factory job anyway. All right. Well, that worked a lot better than I was expecting. It's a little textured, but it's all coated, it's protected, sealed. I'm fairly confident that that's going to last quite a while. So next thing we've got to do is the upper cowl. So if you want to see that or the continuation of this build, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.